Good morning, students. So today we are going to continue the chapter. In the last class I told you about the Russian Empire. We are learning the Russian Empire because the first socialist revolution occurred in Russia. Socialism first came in Russia as government. So we are going to learn about Russia. Today we will see what was the condition of economy and society in Russia. Because the condition of economy and society was responsible for the Russian Revolution. Okay, so let's see. If we see the economic condition of Russia, it was downtrodden. It was not up to the mark. If we compare the economy of other countries at that time means prior to the Russian Revolution. Okay, the most of the population in Russia at the beginning of the 20th century were agriculturists. I told you that about 85% of the total population, 85% of the total population, they were farmers, basically agriculturists, and that was the most important thing. And this proportion was higher than most of the European countries. Like in France and Germany, the proportion was just 40 and 50%. Okay. And what about the industries? Industries were only found in pockets. Pockets means industries were not decentralized. They were found in certain places like St. Petersburg, Moscow, etc. And by 1980s, many factories were set up when Russia's railway network was extended and foreign investment in industries increased. Coal production doubled and iron and steel output quadrupled. By the 1900s, in some areas, factory workers and craftsmen were almost equal in number. But in spite of all this, most of the population of Russia, they were agriculturists, means they were farmers. If we see the industry, we will find that most industries was the private property of the industrialists, means they were privately owned. And government supervised large factories to ensure minimum wages and limited hours of work, but factory inspectors could not prevent rule being broken. That was very much important. So the condition of factories was not up to the mark. And if we try to consider the workers, if we talk about the workers, then we find that workers were a divided social group. Yes, they were not united. They were basically divided social groups. Okay. Workers were divided by their skill, in fact. The main base of the division was skill. The metal workers were considered themselves as aristocrat among the workers. And all other workers came out after the metal workers. And if we see the percentage of women, because women were also the workers in the industry, they were 31%. And division among workers showed themselves in dress and manners too. Some workers formed associations to help the other members at the time of unemployment. So, little bit unity we can find among the workers. But basically, workers were a divided society. They were divided according to their skill. They were divided on the basis of their gender, male and female. And female workers were always less paid than the male workers. So, the division was there and unity among the workers was seldom. So, this was the condition of the factory and the factory workers. Okay. So, this we will see how did all this happen. We'll continue with this.